it's yeah, I just set the recording. So it's very good to have you on here. Just like we do it, you're welcome to today's session of Scholarship News in Brief. And just like we do it always, the first things we do is to share this page on your platform. So all those who are on YouTube as well, please do subscribe to this YouTube channel for more updates of fully funded scholarships, just like we do it always. It's another Saturday, and the last time I checked, it's the 11th episode. So we'll go straight to the point because today there are amazing opportunities. But before we do that, drop in the comment section your name and wherever you're watching from. I do this session with Michael Anakojo-Appiah. If you have ever followed Michael Anakojo-Appiah on this platform, on Facebook, you realize that he has a bit of political aspirations. So he's heavily involved in this Ghanaian election coming on. So we are losing him a bit of time, but I appreciate all his efforts and some of the links he sends to me for the scholarship applications. I would love to know where you're watching from. I would love to know who is here with me. I'll mention a few names, but just before we move into the session, do share this page on all your platform. Let me know who is watching. Let me know who is here. Tell somebody we've started. And I see you, Vigil. I see you, Kwejo, Emmanuel. I see you. Yeah, I'd love to know. Just drop your name in the comment section so that I know who is here if I haven't mentioned your name. So we'll quickly go straight to the point because we have amazing scholarship. Now, it will be very exciting to know why you are here. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a master's? Are you looking for a PhD? Are you looking into doing some internships which are fully funded? If so, it helps, to channel our search as much as possible. Call snap someone's name and just tell them that we have just started. It's a short session, and just as I say, we will finish before you realize it. So today we are quickly going to move on. Nana, I do this session as well with Nana Aduma in Cancer JFE. Nana Aduma in Cancer JFE, please, if you are on the in the comment section, you know how we do it. Give me a thumbs up to know that you are here with us. So quickly, we'll quickly move on to the scholarships that we have for today. Yep, and it's exciting to have you guys back on here. I'm so excited to always share my Saturdays with you now and always. I see you, Kojo Anani. I see you, Kupang Abraham. I see you all. Thank you. Share this platform. I see you, Nana Duma, with the thumbs up. So we are quickly ready to move on. So Nana Duma will be in the comment section sharing the pages to you as well. So if you realize an opportunity that falls within your category, what I would suggest is that you quickly give that a type, save the session, and start your application as soon as possible. Also, for those on YouTube, the links will be in the description box, in the chat box session. Do click and go right away with your application. So without much ado, we'll quickly move to the School of Public Health in University of Waterloo. University of Waterloo in Canada is giving a variety of scholarship, assistantship, and other forms of financial aid available for graduate students in the School of Public Health and Health Systems. Most of these awards are for full-time graduate students enrolled in research-based degree programs. So what I'll advise you to do is that you quickly start your application to University of Waterloo in the School of Public Health. If you get the admission, then you can go in for this scholarship. You can make a claim that you've gotten the admission in the school, then you can run for this particular scholarship. Now let's move all the way from Canada back to the UK. So the UK, which is University of Glasgow. Trust me, that place is cold, because it's around the Scottish areas, Scotland areas. It's really, really cold, but that's the fun bit about the place. So the School of Computing Science at the University of Glasgow is offering up to 17 studentships. 17 studentships to support PhD students who are starting in 2021. The funding is available to support your tuition fee for both home and international students. and most cases to support your living expenses as recommended by the UKRI. The UKRI is UK Research and Innovation. Currently, it's 15,285 per annum pounds, obviously, in addition. So the research areas they are looking at is basically under the computing system. So it's formal analysis, theory, and algorithm, Glasgow Interactive Systems, Glasgow Systems Section, Information Data and Analysis, and Center for Computing Education. The deadline for this application is on the 31st of January 2021. 31st of January 2021. So if you know somebody who did computer science, who did mathematics, I know people who did mathematics who are highly into this. Maybe they did a master's in data science, in Ames Institute or wherever, tag them under this post, tell them that University of Glasgow is offering this amazing package. So we are moving on to 5 PhD position in embedded system at Uppsala University. Uppsala University is in Sweden. So they are looking for motivated PhD students in these areas, system architectures for embedded systems, modeling and verification, real-time scheduling and analysis, code generation of multi-core platforms. The position are up to 5 years and includes department duties, mainly teaching. So definitely if you're doing a PhD, sometimes you have teaching assistantships that you would do. And at this level, also generation of some course participation. The candidate is expected to teach in English, and this is a salaried position. And trust me, a salaried position always, if you look out for salaried position, is really good because then they treat you like a worker. So they tend to pay for your health insurance, give you some allowances when you have to while studying and all that. So it's not really like a PhD studentship where things are fixed. This salaried position give you extra advantage like a salary worker. Okay, so just as before I move on, please drop in the comment section if you have questions. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is the Scholarship News in Brief, where we share updates of masters and PhD positions that are open, and they're absolutely amazing positions that are open, and I'm excited to share them with you. So do share our platform on your pages just to create awareness for 1 or 2 people on your platforms who wanted to, who would love to go to school. So moving on, there is actually another PhD student they are needing in Uppsala as well, but they need a PhD in computer systems focused on memory management in architecture and operating systems. So, you know, if you've done a course or anything in that respect and it has an alignment to this, you can also look up the links that Anaduma is sharing in the chat box session, have a click and see whether you make the cut. But it's also a salaried position, but the application date deadline is ending on the 15th of December 2020. 15th of December 2020. It's not too late. If you have all your documents, start the application now. So the School of International Studies at SFU, Simon Fraser University, is offering full tuition coverage for students entering the Masters of Arts in International Studies program. The Simon Fraser University is offering full tuition coverage for students entering the Masters of Arts in International Studies. They are saying that top admitted student will be considered for Simon Foundation Canada Graduate Fellowship, receiving an additional financial award of $25,000 to support their studies. And also a signature award within the School for International Studies is the Simon Foundation International Travel Grant, which you are also eligible for. And this award is issued by our school to students who are planning to do a research, study, or work abroad in the course of this project. So I think it's really, really good. The application deadlines for this too is October 1st. Next year and February 1st. So there's still more time, but the earlier the better, isn't it? So yeah, delve into that. Well, in my search for this scholarships this week, and a couple of people who also sent me the scholarship link, I saw this amazing opportunity, and I've really never seen like a scholarship for nurses before. And so I saw this wonderful opportunity. If you know a nurse here, I would entreat you to tell them to partake in this program, because they might never know. Tag them and say they should watch within this time the package for nurses. So Australian Health Practitioner Registration Authority runs a bridging program, especially for overseas nurses, known as Initial Registration for Overseas Nurses Program. This program is aimed to enhance nursing skills of current and qualified health professional to adhere to Australian standards. So the program is a short 10 to 12-week program that overseas nurses can undertake and easily get registration, rather than going through a very long 1 to 2 year master's course. This program enables us to get our registration as a nurse in Australia. It also equips you in skills and knowledge that are required for nurses and health force. You also get better employability chances after doing this program, and it also serves as an initial and stable, secure pathway to entering into the Australian nursing system. Ebusiafo, at this point, I'm saying that because I'm actually really amazed Australia is bringing this package, and I believe that Australia is trying to build capacity, a lot of capacity in terms of their health forces. So it's really good. If you know a nurse here, hardly do this opportunity come for a nurse to get like this opportunity, and this opportunity can also help them, to gain their citizenship. I think it's a very great idea. So tag them on this post, tell them, just give that a try. I mean, what's the harm in trying anyways? Okay, so we'll quickly move on, and that was the international registration of nurses in Australia. So Imperial College London is delighted to offer up to 10 Medical Research Council doctoral training partnership studentship and 7 enterprise studentship to commence in October 2021. I am saying that this 2021, you must go to school. I mean, there's an application that is going on till October 2021, projected into that year. So you need to make all your applications ready by this time, just to be able to go to school in 2021, just to be able to enhance yourself in 2021 if that's what you want to do. So the benefit is a PhD research for 3 years, followed up by writing up for 6 months, and you're also going to support with the stipend. So I'm in the UK, so I know how the UK manages the system. Ideally, after every 3 years, when your funding ends, it ends. But sometimes it takes quite a while to write up your thesis and all that, quite like 6 months. So this program is saying that don't worry, you can still take your 3 years to do your PhD. When you're writing up, we are going to support you. And I think that all these courses are coming out because of the Brexit. So we've had to leave the European Union. So a lot of packages are coming in for international students. At first, it was quite hard to get it, but there are a lot of these chances that are coming in. So do take advantage. So the studentship will also provide tuition fees, a conference fund, a research support and training grant, and additional funds to cover a wide range of research and training activities. The application deadline is just about ending. You have just 2 days if you're interested in this particular scholarship to be able to study in October 2021. I'm saying that if you have all the documents ready, you really don't have a problem. You just need to spend 2 nights to get this sorted out, and you'll be fine. So now let's go to an MBA. Also, I say it's very hard chancing on MBA scholarships, but when I saw this, I was like, wow, there are really amazing scholarships coming in, and I'm super excited for the promotion of the Sustainable Development Goal 4, which is access, subsection, I think 4.2, which is access and to scholarships for countries. So this is in Harvard. And I mean, they just stated that if you're an exceptional student, this scholarship is just for you to, do your MBA. It's going to support your tuition fees. It's going to support travel and accommodation expenses related to anything you want to do. The scholarship will be awarded so that you can start school in autumn 2021, and candidates must apply for the scholarship only after receiving an admission at Harvard MBA program. So that means that you need to apply to Harvard MBA program first, and you'll be considered for the scholarship right after. So the deadline for the submission is 31st May 2021. So there's still time if you know somebody who did anything in business accounting and wants to do an MBA. I mean, anybody. I mean, I know doctors who have done MBA as well, and you want to take advantage of this opportunity. Grab it while it lasts. So University of Rochester is also giving full tuition scholarship awarded to chemistry graduate students. And this will include, they are going to receive a living stipend and also receive full tuition as well. So the graduate studentship is guaranteed for the duration of the graduate career, provided the student is meeting the standard of the work in the department. So if you know anyone who is interested in doing a PhD in chemistry in the University of Rochester, do tag them in this post, do tell them to watch this, and they are not and go for the scholarship. The department will also provide entering students with a professional development and travel allowance to present their research at any scientific meeting. Great scholarship provided by University of Rochester. Now let's move to University of Ontario. University of Ontario is giving international research master's scholarship to support people who have been admitted into University of Ontario in Canada. So if you're, I think that's in New Zealand, if you're interested and you want to give that a go, apply to any a course under the scheme, and it's for international students and it's for master students who want to take thesis-based masters. Thesis-based masters. So if you are interested, you go for it in University of Ontario. I don't know whether I have some questions. So I'm actually really like using the same phone to, read the scholarships that I have as well. So if you've put in a question that I might have missed, come back again when I ask for questions at the end, and I'll be sure to take your questions. Now, some people have been asking me, oh, what's the difference between graduate assistantship? What's the difference between PhD studentship and all of that? So some countries, mostly the US, Canada, they give what we call graduate assistantship. So that means that the money is coming from the coffers of the graduate school or the supervisor or like the department. And with that, you will aid in assisting in tuition, like teaching and also preparing course materials. So it's like a job offer. But PhD studentship, mostly in the UK, you do just research and just research, unless your supervisor has got a teaching plan as well that he would want you to partake in, then you can also go for it. Okay, so Imperial College again, London. Looks like they're really interested in a lot of international students lately. So Imperial College London is delighted to offer 10 medical research council as well, and also doctoral trainings, partnership, and yeah. Oh, I think that I've already read, too bad. So sorry, pardon me. Okay, so let's move to Norwegian School of Economics. Norwegian School of Economics. So Norwegian School of Economics is pleased to announce vacancies in PhD specialization in economics. Graduate admitted to PhD program will receive the title of PhD research scholar. Big. I like that. Females are encouraged to apply. So the researchers at the department are actively engaged in the following areas of research, which is behavioral economics, development economics, economics history, experimental economics, industrial organization, international economics, labor economics, microeconomics, natural resource and environmental economics, and public economics. That sounded like a very good rhyme, isn't it? Don't mind me, I'm alone in the room and I'm just like happy sharing this. So the annual salary for the PhD research scholar position is set according to the Norwegian state salary, which is equivalent to 481,800, equivalent to 44,000 euros. Ooh, that's some good money for the whole PhD. So now let's go to Aalto University. Is giving a doctoral candidate position in digitalization of management control. The application ends on the 31st of December, and it's at the Department of Accounting. So the candidate must take a GMAT or a GRE as necessary part of the application. So I have a good news after this show, so stick with me and don't go anywhere. So the benefits of this doctoral candidate position in digitalization of management control is saying that during the first and second year of your studies, full-time doctoral students who make satisfactory progress in their studies and research are guaranteed an after-tax salary of approximately 25,000 based on the combination of with a 50% employment contract and a 50% personal grant. Guys, listen to me. If I was not doing a PhD, I'll go for this over. Like, if this is under my field, like, this is stability of job after your PhD. Like, you're going to give you a 50% employment contract and a 50% your own personal grant. So you need to work an extra 50%. Let's move on. So the Faculty of Graduate Study at the University of Victoria provides tuition to graduate students of high academic standing. The distribution, value, and duration of these awards are determined by each academic unit. So they are looking at master's students, graduate students who are eligible for scholarship at University of Pretoria. So if you have applied for admission and you're saying that you do not need to apply, if you're applying to the graduate studies at University of Pretoria, your application for admission will be used by your academic unit to consider you for this award and fellowship. So it means that just go on to apply for the admission straight away. When you see you as a very strong candidate, you'll be awarded this fully funded scholarship. Just so you think about it, all the scholarships we bring here are fully funded. And when I say fully funded, it's going to cover your tuition fee, it's going to give you money for school, it's going to give you money for your living expenses. Aside, if you want to personally work on weekends to make an extra cash, it's all up to you. But that's what this offer gives. Now, University of Toronto is also offering a PhD position at their economics department. I think there's a very high rise for economics students as well. So they are saying that every admitted PhD student is offered a base funding package of $17,500, increasing to $18,000 in the year 2020-2021, plus admission fees, tuition fees, incidental fees, which is health fees for international students in each of their first 5 years. So the PhD is for 5 years, and you're going to be giving all these packages along the way. Now, there is an MA and PhD position also at the same University of Toronto in the Department of Philosophy. So there's an MA, Masters of Arts in Department of Philosophy in University of Toronto. And they said every full-time graduate student will be supported. This covers your tuition fees, health and insurance, and money for your living expenses. Full funded is also given to all admitted students, whether you are domestic or international. Students who are also eligible for $1,600 per year in travel funding to present their research at conferences and workshops. Guys, like, the scholarships are quite many and a lot, and like, it's really, really a good opportunity they are bringing out there just for people to build capacity. And I think it's yeah, it's great. So let's move on. So BrainScan graduate studentship will also be awarded to highly qualified individuals in pursuing a collaborative research in cognitive neuroscience. So why are my medical doctors over here? Tag a medical doctor if a medical doctor wants to do a master's or increase further in their qualification. This studentship is open to prospective candidates that are not currently enrolled in any program, and they'll be given a minimum salary of 25,000 for 2 years for master's students and 35,000 for 3 years for doctoral student. Now the application is ending in January 4th, 2021. Now, all the way to London School of Hygiene and Tropical Disease. So I know a student there, Innocent Brahma, shout out if you're watching this. It says it's giving application for postgraduate study in medical statistics, epidemiology for African students. So this is a very narrow scope. So you're not competing with the world for the scholarship, you're just competing with African students. So if you also want to take part, I think it's very great. Do grab this opportunity if you've done something in biotech or biotechnology, epidemiology, if you've done something biochemistry, medical school, and you want to partake in this, I think it's a good idea. So a student would take 1 year MSc in medical statistics and epidemiology at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Disease. You have a 2nd year placement in a partner group, which is either Uganda or Tanzania. It's fully funded. The deadline for application is 22nd January 2021. Now, 150 PhD scholarships are available. Oh my days, this is amazing. At European University Institute, fully funded program at European University Institute. The deadline for this application is on the 31st of January 2021. It's looking at PhD in economics, PhD in history and civilization, PhD in law, PhD in political and social sciences. So now another one, I think the last but 2, we are just about finishing. If you're just joining us, we've mentioned about 20 scholarships already, and your field might be part of it. So do scroll up and watch after the show if your scholarship is part of it. So the position is part of this position is given a graduate assistantship at the Center for Service and Justice, John P. Schlegel, SJ Center for Service and Justice. So it's for mission and ministry who want to fulfill their mission through direct service, justice education, nation advocacy, forming leaders and building community. This scholarship is fully funded. Now the last one, the very last one, is doctoral admission and funding at the Yale School of Environment. Yale School of Environment. The application deadline is on January 2nd. The application is fully funded. School of Environment at Yale is giving scholarship for anyone who wants to apply. Now, yeah, so basically today, this is the scholarships that we have. And so